And hello everyone. I'm Firespit. Protogen most likely to be lost in space. Or not necessarily lost in space, but more just shoved in space against his will. But that's fine because I love space. And welcome back to the channel. We're getting into we're getting into the game that basically launched that I used to launch my channel. Hardspace Shipbreaker. It's been out. I started when the game was in early access. Basically finished all the early access content, never got back to it. It's been full release for well over a year now. And I've been wanting to get back to it, and good a time as any. And any time is good. So let's go ahead and get into some Hardspace Shipbreaker and dissect and bisect some old derelicts. For the sake of sanity, we're just going to go with OpenShift so we don't have a timer grinding down on us. But we're still going to keep oxygen drain enabled. Boy. I mean, really, any work in zero gravity is going to be extremely dangerous. And I'm all here for it. Default club music. What does that say? Lynx chambers, government, medical. That is sick again. Congratulations, you've been accepted into Lynx Corporation's pioneering Pave the Way to the Galaxy program. Your selection was based on above average physical and cognitive abilities. I may have cheated on the cognitive test. You are assigned to South Station 42, Station Oregon. Demonstrate the ability to build and grow profitable operation, and a number of exciting opportunities waits you provide your employment in this program is at the discretion of Lynx Corporation. At any time, maximum subordination will not be tolerated. Upon signing this form, please proceed immediately to the nearest Lynx Corporation shuttle hub and transport to the worksite. Analyze the following pages for confirmation of employment. Okay. There's an account name. Please enter an account name. The offer ever work asset replacement program to new employees. Below the details of your selected spare package. And Health Board Advisory. Cloning has a 0.002% chance of DNA corruption. That's typically how cloning rolls. Those are some sounds, alright. Food processors serve a variety of diet preferences. Food costs may vary over time. Yeah, this is cursed. I don't know why this is even an option. All y'all crazy people running on inverted controls. Okay, I have no criminal records in Terran or Martian zones. New record in the Jovian frontiers, acceptable. Oh, thank goodness. I'm not working on a member. I'm not a member of any. We're just gonna check that off anyways. Don't even know what that is. I have no commercial real estate interest on Luna in the asteroid belt or the nation state of Arizona. Huh. Well, Nothing about the Jovian territories. I'll bring a positive attitude. Absolutely not. Understanding some health risks associated with long-term exposure to Van der Waals field. I will vote. I'm not voting for anybody. Let's check it off anyways. And we'll go ahead and roll with training. Simply to reorientate myself with the controls with you guys witnessing my absolute confuckery of it all.
Each day he steps into the yard to earn his wages working hard. I pray to the stars and heaven above to return my daddy to those he loves. If there comes a time when he and death meet, bless the next cutter that takes his seat.
Hello, Cutter 9346-52.
Boy.
Your automated Lynx onboarding experience will now begin. Please observe this important message.
Space. Boundless promise. Limitless resources. A brighter future. It's here where hard workers like you, the backbone of civilization.
I can skip that part. Network asset replacement successful. Genetic sequence stored. Congratulations. It's now safe to Shipbreakers are responsible for the cost of biomaterials used in the Everwork process, and additional fees required for ends that occur outside working hours. We now proceed with salvage training. Yeesh, these loud things are expensive. Site training, helmet interface software update, meal prep manual, waste management, human premium, immigration/duty fee, entertainment library fee, tracking implant, salvaging rights including notary, account maintenance fee, display of fees report. Extra little $7.50 for that. Geez, that's a tiny little bit of debt there. Some college loans, a little material.
All right. Breathe. You're okay. Everything's gonna be just fine. There you go. Plenty of folks feel a bit woozy with the first spare. Anyway, welcome aboard. The name's Weaver. I'm the foreman for yourself and a couple of other shipbreakers in this region. This here's Morrigan Station. She may not look like much right now, but once we boot her up, she'll purr like a kitten. All right, let's test out your orientation control. Do me a favor and look up at that cargo elevator up above. That's it. That's where all the salvage gets collected to be picked up by the transfer crew. Just in case you ever turn yourself out of whack, use your roll thrusters to reorient.
Okay, so yeah, that's important.
All
Let's
right.
clear the story. I'll go over
Now
that.
let's get you flying. Activating your thruster controls now. Try moving around.
Come on.
Now vertical control.
And that needs to be changed. What? That is... Okay, so we got brake on control. We're gonna swap those around.
Looks good. Now, to finalize these movement checks, I need you to fly to these waypoints.
Okay, so what I was going to point out is, since we're in space, hi Earth, technically there is no up. So for the sake of orientation, your nearest large mass of gravity is down. Did I slow down?
Used to be a cutter myself, you know. Till there was some complications with my last
Yeah, we
refine.
wait. 0.3 meters a second.
Those are early days in the tech, though, so never you mind about that.
Yeah, I just slowed down.
Almost forgot the most important thing. Brakes. Get yourself going at a decent clip, and then test them out, why don't you?
Yeah, suit does not like me maintaining at 2.5 meters a second. Interesting. Auto deacceleration.
All right. Looks like the bay here was left in a bit of a mess. We're gonna clean this crap up. I'm gonna activate the furnaces. Now. Dang thing. Would you just... There you go. So these furnaces are used to melt down soft metals.
A little
It
concerning
goes
how
without
long it
saying,
took to boot up.
These things are hot as all get out. So, try not to drift into them by accident. Okay, let's get a handle on your grapple tool. This fella here is a shipbreaker's bread and butter. This is how we move salvage around. Activate the beam and hold it to grab an object and move it around, if it's not too heavy. Give it a go, and move one of these pieces into either furnace. So, when you're holding an object with the grapple, you can retract the beam. This will pull a light object to you. If it's heavier than you, it'll pull you towards it. Check out your HUD when you've got an object grappled. It shows you the mass of the object and whether you can move it or not.
Bye.
Nice job cleaning up that soft metal scrap cutter. Let's move on to the bigger nanocarbon chunks now, shall we? You may have already noticed that these are too heavy to move with your grapple. I'm enabling your scanner so we can check out their structural makeup. Go ahead and boot it up.
T for scan.
This mode of your scanner lets you assess an object's structure. What I want you to focus on right now are these cut points. All right. Controls give me the go-ahead to get you cutting. You got quick access to all your tools through your HUD. Just open up your tool selector and choose the cutting tool. The cutting tool has two modes. The first one is the stinger. It's designed for precision vaporization of cut points like this. You ready to perform some zero-G surgery, Cutter? Well, let's split this scrap so it's light enough to move.
Guess I'm not close enough. There we go.
That's how you do it.
Stuff.
Okay. Let me boot up the processor so you can salvage these.
Whee!
Do me a favor. Look on over at one of them there. Yeah, so I can see if they activate right. Yeah, perfect. Wish me luck here, Cutter. Me and technology ain't always the best of friends. Hey, all right. We're in business. Now swap over to your grapple and toss one of those pieces you separated
I'm
right in there.
sure it's not Weaver having an issue with tech, and more just... Oh, these are heavy. And more that this station is severely needing of maintenance. Push. Yeah, there is at least some degree of atmospheric drag here. Stuff does not stay drifting. Which, actually, looking at that light, yeah, no, we are in some kind of dust cloud. Okay. Yeah. Never thought about that before. Yeah, no, since we can clearly see the light diffusion. Should we go in?
Well, okay. We're almost done getting this bay in shape. Let's go after that large aluminum chunk over there.
Well, how long is that there for?
It's way too heavy to move as is. It's also too dense for your stinger to break it down. And there are no structural cut points for us to take advantage of. We're gonna have to switch over to the split saw mode of your cutting tool, start slicing this thing down to size. Go ahead and switch cut modes now.
Okay, so...
Now try changing the angle of the cut. We're in business. I've unlocked the trigger on your cutting tool. It'll split that big chunk clean in two. Go ahead and give her a whirl. I'm going to turn on your salvage indicator so you can track how much work there is left to do. This thing will track how much you've salvaged and how much you've lost. For now, let's try and hit that first goal marker. And that's what it's all about, Cutter. The more salvage goals you complete, the closer you'll get to hitting your certifications and ranking up.
Get in there. Yeah, I suppose I shouldn't be surprised we're in a dust cloud given how much stuff is getting spewed out of these furnaces.
Raw material deposited.
Come on, get in there. There it goes.
Great first shift in the yard, Cutter. Let's head on over to your hab and I'll show you the ropes there. Fly on over back to the master jack. I'll put a marker on it so you can find it easy. When you get there, head on in and we'll get started.
Should get that put in there. Come on, go in there.
Object
There it
processed. Transferring credits.
I suppose I should reorientate myself. There is a lot going on in orbit. A whole bunch of other stations. And it's all, given the paint style, it's all probably Lynx's equipment. F to interact.
New certification
Yay.
level achieved. License upgraded.
Certification level 2. Thrusters can be upgraded to increase max speed, brake force, and fuel capacity. All your suit can be upgraded to mitigate electrical damage. The human heart cannot be upgraded. I mean, it can be replaced. Even if your oxygen supply runs out, your body will have many more seconds before life function ceases. Technically true.
Hello, Shipbreaker. You have one incoming transmission waiting.
That can wait. Back under controls, button mapping, movement. No, it's not movement. Would be silly. Miscellaneous. No mouse button. What is E being used for? Right hand grab, left hand grab. I'll have to check those out. What's E being used for? Oh, confirm.
Welcome to your new home, Cutter. Has everything you need. This is officially called a ready-made long-term employee habitation something or other. Around here, we just call it your hab. Now, how's about you get yourself some rest? We'll pick up your training in the morning.
How's about we
Sleep
clear
tight
off
there,
the
Cutter.
horror scene handprint? You gotta put your hand against some window a whole bunch of times to get it that
Hello,
visible.
Shipbreaker 9346-52. Lynx would like to share the following inspirational message. Some people dream of great salvage, while other people get up every morning and make it happen.
Huh. Oh boy, a whole bunch of emails. Actually,
Rise.
swing right back in the menu real quick. This should be illegal. Starting things at maximum.
And shine, Cutter.
That's better.
Hope you feel well rested. Ready to continue your training? Okay, let's have a look at your employee terminal. Now, let's get caught up on career progression and certification. I've sent you a message with an explanation. Go on and give it a read.
Okay, so we got 6 messages here.
Clear as mud? Don't worry, I'm here to walk you through the process. Soon enough, I'm going to introduce you to some of the other shipbreakers.
Certification ranks range from 1 as the entry point all the way up to
All
rank
right.
30.
Let's start a new ship and pick your first ship to work on.
It is advised to use the certification tab in your HAB terminal as a guide to gain access to more tools, upgrades, ships, and hazard levels. Yourself as a loyal and skilled employee will reward you with fresh new work, or fresh new challenges in the workday. Structure mode is pre-installed in every opticule cross-spectrum scanning unit in the standard issue Lynx worksuit. This mode is a core part of the Shipbreaker toolkit as it lets you assess the structural makeup of the ship, clearly demarcating hull panels, structural beams, and important components. Structure mode is default when you activate the scanner unless you were previously using a different mode. So that's technically not the default then. Whatever's defaulted to what you were using last. Everything important and good in the world comes with a price. Ain't that the truth? Each privileged person who joins our family becomes... Oh, family, that's a corporate red flag and a half. But then again, so is this debt for just joining them. It's proud to introduce all new salvage goal system to our valued shipbreakers with performance in mind. Salvage goals should help shipbreakers understanding the expected total value expected from the ship. Encourages please aim for salvaging as much material as possible. Here we go. New ship access to macro station hopper and macro light cargo. Common ship model of the colonies. Light cargo model is used for civilian cargo and can contain a wide variety of objects. Station hopper transport is outfitted with ad terminals. Safety is advised. Right, that's concerning. Our ships are simply the best. Recent safety reports are wrong. Okay then. And then this is just some historical garble. Yeah, I'm sure that's fine. Kitchen? Okay, this... Can we just... Yeah, that's better. Home decor.
This screen shows
Here
what
we go.
ships you have access to. Each morning, you can choose to continue working on the ship you got, or start a fresh one. Go ahead and claim one, and we'll get to work.
Let's go ahead and... I guess we yoink the station hopper.
She's all yours, Cutter. Your primary goal is to reach rank 3. Now try to remember, nanocarbon goes in the processor, aluminum goes in the furnace. Try to salvage the entire ship if you can. We call it using the whole buffalo. You'll hit your certs faster that way and start knocking out that debt of yours. I'll be observing and giving you any help if you need it.
And...
Good luck, Cutter. Weaver out.
Hi, ship. What does this do? Okay. That pulls me... Oh. Skitter. Skitter like a bug. Right, anyways. I'm a professional. That's attached to it. That's attached to it. There's the airlock. There's the airlock. Well, I would say knock knock, but the door's already open. There's no airlock in here. There's basically no ship in here. Excuse me. Something pinked off of me. And blink. As you can now see, that's now fully detached from the rest of the station. Or station from the rest of the ship. Need to be careful, I don't want to wang myself in the back of the head with this. This would be faster. Arguably.
I know these ships look intimidating to scrap at first. Trust me, soon enough, you'll be stripping the huge Gecko-class freighters like nothing. Got my start, salvaging back down Earthside, in the droid scrapping biz. You know what made me come up here? One day, we got a batch of this particular model in, one of them kinds with synthetic skin and everything.
Fancy.
We almost never saw people-looking ones like that. They're always too expensive to manufacture. Seems someone found a warehouse full of them. Mothballed for, 20 years or so. Since the AI ban took effect. Probably bought the whole lot for pennies, thinking they could turn a tidy profit with the salvage. No word of a lie. These things looked exactly like my stepbrother Jed. Even had the same slack-jawed expression. Now, Jed and I wasn't exactly pals or nothing, but all the same, I couldn't bring myself to start smashing that dopey face. And that's when I looked into getting on with Lynx. I tell you what, it's a sight better to cut up something that doesn't look like a family relation. Anyway, I'm running off.
Yeah, that's fair.
Channel. Holler if there's anything giving you grief up there, Cutter. We were out.
That's fair. Yeah, that'd be a little difficult to bust up a synthoid that looks like you're, it looks like, well, anybody you know, really. And into the processing unit it goes.
Processor deposit accepted. Credits awarded.
Really, there's a wall in the way. It's there.
Salvage goal
Yes, there is.
Rewards assigned.
Okay, that's also titanium. Titanium nanocarbonate. That all goes into the processing. There we go, got some good speed on that.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
Goodbye, door. Not gonna need that. Is that enough to get into there? No, it is not. I have to break this off. Come on.
Processing
There it goes.
valuable deposit. Credits transferred.
That's kind of nice. There's a little heat gauge on the front of it. I forgot that was there. There we go. Just a little bit of force gets it moving.
To account.
There we go. Benefit of being in a zero gravity environment. Any amount of force you put on something is going to move it. However, any amount of force you apply to something is going to move it. Now, whether or not that's actually enough for any noticeable movement, that's a whole other question.
Deposit accepted for processing.
Love to hear it. Okay. So we take care of the ceiling.
Valuable object
Or
accepted.
we finish taking care of the ceiling, I should say.
Salvage goal cleared. Rewards allocated.
Sweet.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
You be careful and not smack the what's left of the hull while I'm moving stuff around. Oh, hey, this is a Lynx ship.
Processing object.
Or it was, anyways.
To account.
That just slides right off. I mean to pull it towards myself. Let's see if we can get it to stop. Okay. Last. Right, that's the entire thing. Let's see if we can't pop it out. Now we're still connected to the rest of the body there. Before I do a slice right there. Still connected. Nope, we're still connected. Oh, I see. I missed a slight cut right there. There we go.
Material accepted. Credits assigned.
Oh. That glass was holding all of this together.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
Well, that makes things a little bit easier.
Obtained. Additional rewards assigned.
That's all aluminum. That's aluminum. That's... hang on. What was I just looking at? That was processor. Ah, the back end. Yes. And detach the back end of the ship here. We're getting a little hot.
Processing valuable deposit.
And you see as I had smacked the back end of the ship here, it is set to drift. a little too heavy to move. This isn't, but... Extra cap. Can I take that off? Anything to reduce the amount of weight I'm working with. Ah, good points. Did that go in? Yes, it did. Alright, and then for the rest of this,
Object accepted for processing.
well, we'll just cut it in half.
Credits deposited.
Oh, those just vaporize. I should not have tried to handle it in the middle like that. Ah, well. Well, that's in the way. We'll just scooch this on over. Just go in there already. Does not want there it goes.
Raw material deposited. Transferring credits. Salvage goal achieved. Rewards allocated.
Anything else left here? It's a thingy. Bonk.
Processor deposit accepted. Credits awarded. Final salvage goal reached. All rewards allocated.
Excellent. But I ain't satisfied until we've got everything deposited.
Deposit accepted.
Watching all that soft metal melt down, it's beautiful. Alright, that appears to be, aside from a few little Unlisted bits and bobs. Whee! And a little bit of destroyed material is fine.
New certification level attained. License level increased.
Excellent. Ooh, a repair kit.
Cutter 9346-52. Your designated sleep period is now over. Have a great day.
Sticker. Reminder, minimum payments are due by 10 a.m. Solar Standard Time each day. Failure to pay on time is considered breach of contract. Just your hard work and cooperation.
Looking good, Cutter. Now go ahead and pick another ship.
First, we got some messages. Lynx to kiosk is your one-stop shop for all your shipbreaking needs. Dispenses all the items that any self-respecting shipbreaker wouldn't leave at the without. At the kiosk, shipbreakers can find the following, courtesy of our affiliate suppliers: oxygen, thruster fuel, med kits, tool repair kits, suit patch kits, genuine patch kits manufactured in Damascus, Earth, ammo charges, tether cartridges. All of these are available for purchase at market rates and already factor in your 1.7 employee discount Tuesdays only. Well, that's annoying because my contract gives me Tuesdays off. Heavy mackerel. Robust model built to transport heavy industrial goods or hazardous materials. On behalf of my former colleague, Brenda, we apologize for misstating the fuel efficiency of this model. In fact, it is positively adequate for the transport needs of many companies. Alright, and level 2 career certification. First, workstation. Stickers. Okay, I don't have any access to upgrades. But at least I have stickers. Okay, explosive material warning. Let's try out the heavy cargo ship.
Alright, hold up a second there, Cutter. Because you've increased your rank, we're gonna give you the next greatest ship. Now this one will be full of machinery, electronics,
Oh boy, my
furniture,
favorite.
all stuff that Lynx can collect and resell. You're gonna want to throw those items on the barge. That's, the big green thing below you. Go ahead, have a look.
Yep, that's a
Toss
barge.
any valuable objects or components down there. Don't worry about breaking anything. There's a dampening field that'll catch everything. Works great. Most of the time. Let's give it a go.
Most of the time is not necessarily a good indicator of anything. got some bully bars on this. And what appears to be a somewhat combustible fuel tank. Yoink.
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
And now focus on the bully bars again. I missed. There we go.
Object processed. Transferring credits.
Alright, we got... I guess we're not using that.
Salvage secured. Applying credit.
Airlock itself goes into the barge. No fuel conflagrant gel for burning dark void of space. And oxygen. Synthetic and delicious oxy.gen extracted from comet ice. Not sure how oxygen is supposed to be synthetic, but okay. Go off, I suppose. Did I just list the ship? No, the ship did not. Okay. It's a reasonable concern. Oh, this comes off.
Valuable object accepted for processing.
How's the aluminum would have went into the processor? Cargo hatch. Gently peel that off and yoink. No, not yoink, that's the other direction.
Valuable object processed. Credit awarded.
And that's just gonna come right off. Hello. Missed that.
Salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
Go ahead and rip the floor off here. does not want to come off, and I think I just tilted the entire ship. Don't bounce back. There we go.
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
Nice work. Got that pretty quickly. Now, let me teach you about the kiosk. Once the training wheels come off, Lynx regulations mean you gotta cover your own oxygen and fuel costs.
Oh, good stuff.
That's the way things go. Turning it on now. Now, no need to panic.
Too
They'll
late.
last you a good while. But if you end up running out, you gotta top up at the kiosk over there. Let's have a look.
Welcome to Vendatron 9000. Thank you for your purchase.
Oh, I see that just gets added straight to my tab.
Yeah, this is good stuff, Cutter. Pretty easy, right? Alright, I'll leave you to it. We'll chat again when you've hit the next rank. Weaver out.
Adding all that misery to my tab. Okay, that just comes right off. Those little bars there are essentially the item's health, and each bit of damage to that, usually from like a high impact, will reduce those bars and reduce its value.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
So the less we smack things off each other, the better. Granted, sometimes it is a little inevitable.
Deposit accepted for processing. Salvage goal met. Rewards will be paid.
Yay. I like it when rewards are paid out. Nope, not legible.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Also, there's these tiny lights. Can't ever forget about those.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
It's just amazing how easy this stuff comes off. Not exactly what I would want to call secured in place.
Salvage registered. Transferring credits. Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
actually not comfortable looking at these seats.
Salvage deposited.
Yeah.
Credit to account.
Good enough since you're probably just going to be strapped into them and not actually really sitting in them.
Salvage secured. Credit deposited.
Okay, those aren't mounted to anything. Oops. Not destroy the lights. The bloom on this beam is kind of ridiculous.
Salvage secured. Applying credit. Salvage registered. Transferring credits.
Bloom, of course, being how far the beam can go before it loses focus.
Cutter, make your way back to the kiosk on the starting platform to fill up your O2. Blue ain't your color. Trust me on this one. We were out.
I know blue's not my color. It's more red and purple are kind of my colors. Well, red, purple, and green. Now get in there.
Processing object. Applying
Beautiful.
credit to account.
Sure, Lynx will probably have something to say about me just yanking
Allocated.
oxygen bottles from the ship itself. And there goes. And again, this is a plasma beam. Bloom shouldn't really affect its effective range.
Valuable object accepted for processing.
Yeah, you know, I shouldn't question it. I should just toss the salvage into the ship.
Applying credit to account.
It's really the only difference between a ship and a station is the presence of... I want to say it's presence of engines, but that's not exactly correct either, because most of these stations will have some degree of maneuvering thrust. Simply to help maintain an orbit and to evade more damaging debris. So, yeah, that's a thing. Oh yeah, I have rotated the ship slightly.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
Ha, whoops. Ah, well. Yeah, as the ship gets lighter and lighter, it becomes a whole lot easier to rotate it, move it around. Interesting that the tether's got pretty good range, but the plasma beam does not.
Processing valuable deposit.
Give me the light bulb.
Credits transferred. Salvage secured. Account credit applied. Salvage deposit registered.
Just rip the handle clean off.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
Oh, it's so heavy and full of combustible fuel.
Hey, Carter.
Oh, that's my
I need
O2
you to
warning.
head back to the kiosk on the starting platform to fill up your O2 stat. We were out.
Yeah, I'm going.
Welcome to Vendatron 9000. Thank you for your purchase.
Level stabilizing.
They really do not give you much oxygen to work with in the beginning. I need to get the glass out of that. Oh yeah, as you can see, the pipe junction is lit up. That's indicative that's full of fuel, so if I go to cut that, it will load. But upon detaching the fuel tank, it is no longer full of fuel. And is not safe to cut if I so need to. Looks like the other fuel tank didn't make it in there.
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
Hey. Take that, thank you.
Salvage
And one of
deposit
those.
credits transferred.
And that. I think that's all the lighting and whatnot. Yeah, that should be everything that, well, except for the airlock. I believe that's everything that needs to go into the barge. We'll just go ahead and unsecure the airlock here. Huck that to the void. I'm not sure what I grabbed there, but it wasn't the airlock.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
You know what the sad thing is? Paying for your own oxygen and fuel may seem dystopian, but I
Accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
But I used to work at a job that made you rent out your uniform. Now, I'm not going to name it for a whole variety of reasons. But yeah, there's some pretty dumb stuff that companies can get away with doing. Like making you rent out your own work uniform.
Valuable object accepted for processing.
I'm sure Lynx would never make you rent out your spacesuit. After all, they already charge you for everything else. And then again, they probably would. Alright. Oh, that's my O2. Ooh, you're moving a little fast there.
Warning. Oxygen reserves are low.
Welcome to Venditron 9000.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
Keep one hit everything except tab to leave.
Object processed. Transferring credits.
It's too heavy to move.
Credits awarded.
That would be why it's too heavy to move. Ah, whoops. Hooked on that. And unhook it. Okay. Here we basically got perfectly lined up to go into this furnace. There we go. Push it in there. Cut points, that appears to be everything.
Material accepted.
Oh, this is almost at the maximum weight limit of the tether. There was a door in there. Oops.
Salvage goal obtained.
It's a whole load of not my problem. Let me take a step further and even forego the glass. Then again, that's 80. See what this gives me. Get in there.
Processing object. Applying credits to account.
Yeah, we'll just forego the glass. We got everything else to pay, basically. Where'd that fuel tank? There it is. And take this with us. Get in there.
Object accepted for processing.
Oh, that glass was worth a lot more than I thought.
All salvage goals achieved. Rewards maximized.
What am I missing?
Warning. Low oxygen
Oh, well.
levels detected.
Oh, I can't grab that door. Okay, so noted, don't salvage or don't misdeposit the glass.
Certification level awarded. License upgraded.
You do that, you'll that's worth a lot more than I
Good
thought it
morning,
was.
Cutter 9346-52. Today's weather report: clear and sunny, with a high of minus 270 degrees.
Balmy. Typically used for deep space research, the Mackerel Exolab's outfitted with a wide variety of scientific instrumentation. Extract the fragile equipment carefully and beware of electrical hazards. Predecessor Ted incorrectly stated that there were frequent electrocutions aboard Exolabs. Actually, those electrocutions are still being investigated. And talk about your deflection. Good for hazard level 3. And due to regular robotics 2099, Lynx Salvage does not do a preliminary exam of ships to disconnect potential electrical hazards. We believe our shipbreakers are well suited to handle such dangers, and the long-term savings are highly beneficial. Electrical components may arc, remove, impacted, or damaged, causing other objects to be electrified, including the shipbreaker themselves. This can cause damage to Lynx spare and Lynx equipment. Caution is advised. I dubbed thee Shipbreaker. Lynx, safety third.
Hey, Cutter. I'm looking at the stats coming from your bay, and it's looking like you're really gonna make your way around here. It's time to learn about how to upgrade your equipment, and some of the more advanced tools you'll soon have at your disposal. Head on over to your workbench in the equipment room, and we'll see about upgrading your tools.
Let's get some variety in here. Itchy. Itchy arm. Okay, first 5 most though. Beautiful.
I'm gonna read this straight from the manual. Lynx rewards hard work and learning by giving shipbreakers access to tool improvements and new equipment. Reaching salvage goals is essential for becoming a master shipbreaker. Basically, they want to make sure you prove yourself first, before giving you the big guns. Completing salvage goals will net you shiny Lynx tokens. Use those tokens here to get yourself some new gear. So let's get going and learn about one of the most important tools in a shipbreaker's toolbox, tethers. Go ahead and purchase them.
Alright,
Repeat
tether
after me,
required.
Cutter. Tethers are your friends. Now, have a quick read, and let's hop back in the bay.
An enhancement to the standard handheld utility grapple, the continuous Van der Waals tether field system, or tethers, reduces the need for multiple shipbreakers to move a single heavy object. Versatile tool in the hands of skilled workers, the introduction of tethers led to the second greatest increase in salvage efficiency in its history, only losing out to veal protein breakfast meal, discontinued in 2262. I assume for savings reasons. Tethers are easy and intuitive to use. Press and hold your grapple secondary to place the first contact point, drag the connection to another object, and release the trigger to complete the connection. Tethers automatically track to pull connected objects together. They can also be used to pull objects into the processor, furnace, or barge for efficient and quick salvaging. Anything else I can upgrade? Nope. Alright, I guess throw that into the void now. Okay, happy training.
Let me tell you how to use these things. Tethers are more powerful than the beam of your grapple. They're great for moving super heavy salvage. Try it out. Press and hold the secondary input for the grapple to begin placement. Point where you want the salvage to move to, then release the input to create the tether.
If I assume I've read this right, I can essentially chain stuff
Right.
together.
Now, what if you want to get rid of the tethers you've already placed? There's a cancel command you can send, but take note that it clears all of your tethers. Go ahead and try it now.
But why?
Yeah, there you go. Now, you've got unlimited tethers during this training exercise, but after this, when you need more, you'll have to buy them from the kiosk. Let's see how well you can handle them. Try and clear out a bunch of that scrap. You can stack multiple tethers on one object to increase the pull force. You can also chain objects of any size together to move them as a group. I've seen some cutters do incredible things with a daisy chain of tethers.
I apparently hooked it to the wall there. Oops.
Salvage deposit registered. Account credited. Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Obviously, visual angles are super important.
All right. Well done, Cutter. Like I said, tethers are your friends. Once you get the hang of them, you can get pretty creative on how you use them. Now, when you're ready, let's go back to the hab and continue with the day.
I'm going to be losing a lot of money on these things.
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
Oh, yeah.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
Crawly, crawly, crawly.
Good morning, Cutter 9346-52.
Yep.
Lynx would like to share the following inspirational message. The greatest reward in life is the chance to work hard at work worth doing.
Badger. More station hopper. Swift Hardy. Vatkov. You know, let's do station hopper. I know it's not exactly the highest paying one.
Cutter, it is my distinct honor and privilege to introduce you to the rest of the crew in our sector.
Well, that was a
Sound off,
mistake.
everyone.
Hey, Rook. Name's Liv. I was the worm until you showed up, so thank you. Now I get to do the hazing.
What are you talking about? We don't do that. Welcome aboard. Don't listen to her. I'm Dee Dee.
Oh, Nina. Hey,
Kai! Your mic's still messed up.
How about now?
Better.
Oh, hey, I'm Kaido. Kai.
Mic's still busted, huh?
Oh, yeah, still waiting on the wreck to get through.
Heaven forbid they give us functional gear.
I'm sure
That would
they're
be too
working on it as fast as they can.
Goodness.
Cutter, I added you to the sector comms channel. It can get lonely out here. Helps to check in with each other from time to time. All right, enough chin wagging. Let's get back to it. Weaver out.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Later, Rook.
Well, that was very corporate. Say hi to everybody. Alright, now get back to work.
Processing valuable deposit. Credits transferred.
Let's see, I have 20 tethers. Oh, I see the durability's also been unlocked now. Nice.
Applying credit.
Yoink. Not gonna be needing that.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
It's 3 antennae.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Well, ships had a solid communications array. Past tense. These off.
Object processed. Transferring credits.
I just apply the tether to the side. Oops. Meant to put that into the barge. It's fine.
Salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
Oink.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred. Salvage goal reached. Rewards assigned.
Chips. Delicious chips. Don't mind if I yes. And another one. What do we got here? Aurora Cola. Oh, they've actually got them named now. Beat the furnace. Furnace. I wish to nom the microchip. Okay. Let's see here. Well, that's just non-functional. Go ahead and start with opening this up. Come on. Yep, the entire ship is listing over.
Oxygen reserves are low. Reminder, asphyxiation can lead to missed salvage goals.
It's
Oxygen
fine.
levels stabilizing.
There we go. Tilted the entire ship downwards.
Valuable object accepted for processing.
Oh, there's a door in here. How do I get you out? Huh.
Salvage secured. Applying credit.
Ooh, she's arcing.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded. Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
Few warning lights flashing. Not gonna need that anymore.
Salvage registered.
That.
Transferring credits. Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
That is an expensive chair, I'm just gonna be honest.
Applying credit.
$48,000 for a chair. It doesn't even look that comfortable.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account. Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Well, that's the last of those. That's pretty much cleaned out. There we go.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
Yeah, just tell me about it.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
Not gonna need these anymore. And goodbye, door.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded. Salvage goal cleared. Rewards allocated.
Okay.
Warning. Oxygen reserves
I just
low.
vaporized the door.
Lynx recommends regular gentle exercise to increase blood oxygen levels.
Well, I was hoping to cut the door out, but instead, I cut it out of reality.
Welcome to Metatron 9000.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
Okay, well, if I'm not going to remove the door that way...
Salvage secured. Account
High
credit
power
applied.
cell.
Processing object. Applying credits to account.
That took a little damage while detaching.
Salvage secured. Applying credits.
Alright, that took care of the electrical flow.
Salvage registered. Transferring credits.
Okay.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited. Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit. Salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
Cargo. No, it is not lost on me that the glass on the cockpit window is more valuable than the doors inside of the ship's hull. O2 and fuel are looking okay.
Processing valuable deposit. Credits transferred. Salvage accepted. Credit applied. Salvage goal met. Rewards will be paid.
Excellent. Red food. It's worth 900. That's an expensive thing of chips. That's a suit patch. That can just be a.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred. Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
Yoink. And a yoink. And another yoink.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Your oxygen reserves are low. Note that excess carbon dioxide can cause damage to Lynx equipment.
Note that you are the Lynx equipment.
Processing object. Applying credits to account.
Do some slightly faster thrusters.
Welcome to Vendatron 9000. Thank you for your...
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
Ah, that's not gonna work without power. That makes sense.
Salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
So how would I...
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
Nope. Okay. There we kind of go. I forgot to take the handle off on the other side.
Salvage secured. Applying credit.
Just trying to suspect whether or not this is worth it. My goodness. I have lost all sense of control.
Material accepted. Credits transferred.
Okay, so it's just... Right, I'm not gonna worry about it. This is safe. I feel like that may actually genuinely be faster. Ah well, it'll go in there.
Object processed. Transferring credit.
Or I may have to buy new tethers. He's on the barge.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
Warning. Your oxygen.
Valuable object accepted for processing. Salvage goal achieved. Rewards allocated.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
Replenish tether cartridges for an affordable price.
Have a nice day.
Okay. And we'll gather. We'll refill the tethers before we go back inside. Once we're done with the ship.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Okay, this is just all aluminum except for the one door. Which I say I'm not going to worry about that. Into the flames with it. Got him, may as well use them.
Raw material processed. Credits deposited. All salvage goals have been met. Rewards maximized.
Okay, we're still. I see where we're stuck. Oh, where are we still hooked onto? I thought I. Oh. Right here. There we go.
Material deposited. Deposit accepted for processing.
And off it goes. Come on. There we go. I think it's the back half of the ship. Well, back half. More like back eighth. Is that everything? Looking like it.
Valuable object processed. Credits
Love to see it.
Welcome to Venditron 9000.
Alright, so we may as well go ahead and replenish tethers, recuperate fuel, and into the hab. Yeah, I'm not even gonna worry about doors.
New certification level has been achieved. License.
Wonderful.
Hello, Shipbreaker. You have one incoming transmission with.
Hey, Rook. I was thinking our crew should crack some beer sometime. You know, shoot the breeze, fantasize about a debt-free life and all that. Not that that's gonna happen anytime soon.
I'm sure it's fine.
Like, Weaver's been at this for years. 20, maybe? I was just getting kicked out of grade school when he started. Dee Dee sends most of her money home. Goes through Lynx, of course, with huge transfer fees. And Kaido. Well, look, Kai's great. He just hasn't really taken to the work. Lynx calls him a low earner. As for me, I'm trying to get there as fast as I can. I just need enough to get me one of those mining skips. You know, for belt running. Still so many rich rocks along the frontier line. Eventually want to hire some
Comedy in
friends
that.
back home. Oh, the Earth platforms. Around Mars? Good people. But work's hard to find there.
The comedy in that I just got done running the rings of
Don't know when
Saturn.
that'll be, though. Just when I think I'm earning at a steady clip, there's another fine or fee. This job's fun as hell and all, but I got other plans. Maybe you do too. Anyway, don't want to get a fine for tying up comms? Kidding! That's not a thing. I don't think.
Oh,
Either way,
jeez.
good luck, Rook. Lou out.
It better not be a thing for tying up comms. That would be annoying.
Good morning, Shipbreaker. Your theta wave levels are high. Please administer 2 caffeine pods before starting your shift.
I mean, you don't need to tell me twice. I'll probably take all the caffeine. Meet the Atlas Scout. Purpose engineered for getting away and back in the blink of an eye. Running a pair of Starleaf's proprietary quasar thrusters. The Scout ensures you're able to cover a lot of ground quickly. Powerful, dependable, enduring, the foundation of a better world. And hazard level 4. Salvage welcomes you into the ranks of potential high earners. The extraction of reactors from ships is one of the most valuable duties our employees can perform. We expect the utmost care when engaging with the variety of reactor setups you will encounter. Failure to extract reactors safely is also failure to comply with expected performance standards. Please ensure you talk to your supervisor. Consider your ability to safely extract the reactor is a risk factor. Ooh, good stuff. Your cutter mentioned the word beer.
I think it's time for you to learn about the mother lode of any ship. The reactor. Most dangerous part of shipbreaking. But you got this. Continue when you're ready, Cutter.
Weaver sounded a little distressed at the fact that I have access to reactors. But, like, I get it. I don't have one sticker. Oh, here we go. Plus there. 10-meter range. Yes. 75-meter range. Maximum 30 tethers. Ooh, durability. Yeah. Max speed. Its proprietary interface option projects a wide band of EM waves to determine not just density, but material state and even chemical makeup. Objects interpret ship subsystems. Don't mind if I yes. Useful. More oxygen. Integrity or audio resynth. I want to be able to hear in space. Cutting edge Lynx. Tech allows your suit to resynthesize audio from nearby hazards in unpressurized areas. Actually, that'll be useful. Be able to hear hazards out in space. Nope, we're doing training. How dare they? I just want to get in there and tear ships apart. With my bare paws. They probably wouldn't appreciate if I clawed my way through a ship.
I remember my first reactor pull. I was shaking like a leaf. You got less on the line now, but still. Let's try to do this without a critical meltdown. Looks like this ship's reactor's towards the aft, but there are lots of different configurations out in the wild. Okay, we're only focused on
Gulf
one
fuel
thing
coolant
right now.
radiation reactant.
Pull the reactor and get it on the barge. As soon as you disconnect the reactor from this ship, it'll start to melt down. So act fast and make sure you have an exit strategy ahead of time.
Okay, easy enough. There's our reactor. And that's our system glitching from radiation exposure. I'm sure that's fine. Well, as long as it's not ionizing, it is fine. To a degree. I should probably emphasize to a degree. It looks like we're getting a proper shift out of this anyways.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded. Salvage accepted. Credit applied. Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
And toss that down. Can this be toggled? No, it cannot.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Alright, just do the usual thing. Take everything off the exterior that can be removed.
Alright, this one's pretty easy. Should just slide out of her coolant casing with a good yank from your grapple. Try to have your extraction fully planned out before disconnecting it from the ship.
And I have a plan. I just need to get into the ship. Airlock was on this side.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
No, any spooky aliens on board. I'm here to be a spooky alien as well. I'm here to be stuck. Oh, this is in the way of the reactor. That complicates things just a little bit. Okay.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Let's go ahead and do then is just melt through all of this. Really? Oh, I know what's causing the weight issue. Oh, okay, I can't readily get in there. Interesting. Still a little heavier than I can grab, but maybe I can cheese things. Awesome. Okay, now I have a quick path straight into the barge.
Well, congrats, Cutter. You're certainly picking this stuff up faster than I did back in the day. Okay, I'm gonna leave you to it till you get to the next range. Until then, remember this.
Don't mind if I
Tether
yes.
twice, cut once. And tethers are your friends. Good luck out there, Cutter. We were out.
Any other posters in here? Since apparently I can collect that. Oh, I see we are now using oxygen and fuel. Funny character D, a popular children's toy. Contains real bones. Oh no. Not what you want to hear. There's the power core. Or power cell. Can I just... No, okay. Go ahead and put some distance between me and it then, and then we'll,
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
How did you drift all the way over there?
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
Alright, those are still sparking. Is there another power cell I'm not aware of? Doesn't seem to be. Very glowy. Smacked in the face by these.
Deposit accepted for processing.
Nope, that's not the right thing.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
I know what sparked in there.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Hello, soda. Bye, soda.
Processing object. Applying credits to account. Salvage goal reached. Rewards assigned.
Alright, kind of take off this one as well. Detach all the storage first. Missed one. There we go. And then that one there.
Processing valuable deposit. Credits transferred.
Oxygen level stabilizing.
Those don't fully refill my oxygen anymore. Good to know. These do not contain a full load of oxygen regardless. Gotta be careful. Don't want to hit any of the barge items too roughly.
Salvage secured. Applying credit.
lights. That way I can see what I'm doing. I guess not really.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Speaking of lights, where is our angry big ball? There's our angry big ball of fusion.
Deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
I haven't really looked, but how is Earth looking? Ooh. That's Canada up there. That's mostly desert.
Applying credits to account.
Or no, is that Canada? The Gulf of Mexico? Is South America underwater? Oh, wait. Huh. Exciting. Not really, but oh boy, exciting. Well, it's a good thing I'm up here instead of down there.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Give me the handle. That looks to be it.
Registered. Transferring credits.
Yeah, we may as well top up. Okay, can that go in there? Nope, it does not want to be in there. Oh, it's gone.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account. Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
Just aggressively heat things right to the barge.
Salvage deposit registered. Account credited. Salvage goal obtained. Additional rewards assigned.
Hey, a favorite. Bonus rewards. Do not wish to. Well, I will rank up in a moment once I have everything taken apart.
Salvage accepted. Credit applied. Salvage is secured. Applying credit. Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
Okay. Oop, I missed some lights.
Secured. Credits deposited.
What about these? Alright. All this can go into the furnace. Really? Fabric? Huh. Yeah, if they exist. I'm just here to take things apart. We are still. I see where it's hooked. Oh, I just fried something. Whoops. It's only 281 credits. The glass is far more valuable.
Raw material accepted. Processing valuable objects. Credits awarded. Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
Tether supplies are low.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay, didn't like going in there. Oh well. Goodbye, door.
Deposit accepted.
Let's do that. And I believe that should be everything. Except for whatever those little bits are. Okay, I know what they are. They're for something that shows up a little bit later on down the line, but at the moment I can't grab them. Alright, not egregious.
New certification level achieved. License upgraded.
Hello, Shipbreaker. You have one in.
Howdy, Rook. So, this can be an awkward subject, but
Oh dear.
you've probably noticed Lynx doesn't take great care of us. Up until maybe 100 years ago, workers like us would sometimes form these groups called unions and go toe-to-toe with the company. They'd argue for better wages, safer work, decent hours, that kind of thing. Lynx was actually part of getting rid of them, but some of us are trying to bring it back. I can tell you're
Like
a
that,
good
just a little
person and a
topical.
hard worker. The company will use you up. It's just built that way. So I thought you might be interested in the union news group. There are new messages every couple of days. Read them, don't read them, trash them, whatever. Just keep it on the down low. The others don't know about it. Weaver and Dee are a bit too by the book. Kaido is just too anxious. Poor kid. But I wanted you to have the info. I was glad someone gave it to me when I was new. Okay, spiel over. See you in the yard, Rook. Flew out.
Oh, exciting.
Good morning, Cutter 9346-52.
Oh boy. Your progression. Hazard 5. Congratulations, you've reached one of the major milestones in Shipbreaker. Your progression, gaining access to number one cause of an early end in the Shipbreaker profession. Pressurization. Yeah, no, I can see how that causes a problem. Some ships you encounter may or may not be pressurized or contain pressurized pockets. Reaching these spaces incorrectly can cause explosive decompression, which can cause damage to valuable salvage and Lynx equipment. Pressurized properly, Sci-fi uses standardized atmosphere regulators located throughout a ship. Lynx strictly prohibits shipbreakers intentionally using explosive decompression, so-called controlled decompressions, to enact rapid salvage. Reminder that your activity while in the salvage bay is monitored. Note that some ships may come with damaged atmosphere regulators, which does not allow for an authorized and safe decompression procedure. And we now have access to the Atlas Nomad. Vast expanse between ports, the only person you have to depend on is yourself. Only one ship is built. Life on the rails, the Atlas Nomad. Designed for independent hauler, the Nomad's spacious sleeper cabin is a home away from home, boasting every essential amenity, with 3 rugged quasar thrusters, ample cargo space, and modular exterior storage. The Nomad is truly the answer to long-distance, long-term hauling. Alright then. And Bunny D, which contains real bones. Despite being very similar to Bunny characters A, B, C, and E, and G. Interesting Bunny character F, while being the least popular with this age group, according to disturbing facial features, proved the most popular among those aged 25 to 40 and is featured in a series of video games for adults. Uh-huh. That's some real solid naming, A through G.
Hey, Cutter. You're gonna start getting pressurized shifts now. Lou and I will show you the ropes when you're ready.
Okay, this is Shiardia. Thank you for signing up for Salvage Works Unite newsletter. We are happy to. Okay, so this is the... Okay, so this is a union newsletter, some genuinely reasonable stuff. Good luck getting it actually dealt with. Have a new sticker? Oh, I have another mini-me sticker. Upgrade. Holographic. Durability upgrade. Suit integrity, definitely want to get that up. Yeah, let's make sure we get all the durability upgrades done first. Okay. We'll save our tokens. We got time to do... I guess we're going to do training, but we got time for one more. An MP for each salvage goal achieved.
Alright. Our friend Lou thinks she's the expert on pressurized ships. So, I'm gonna let her take the lead on this one.
You give me a hard time, but you know I'm good. Okay, Rook, time for the fun stuff. And by fun, I mean incredibly dangerous.
You're in good hands. Take it away, Lou.
Okay, first rule. Always scan ahead. Ships can have pockets of pressure anywhere inside them. Let's have a look. Activate your scanner now. Your scanner shows the pressure state of every compartment.
Yep, well,
Red labels
pressurized
are
to me.
unpressurized. Green are pressurized. Cut between a red room and a green room, and boom, violent decompression.
The correct term is explosive decompression.
Explosive. Singular.
The correct term is delta.
If we cut this ship now,
Is a delta P environment, or
only
delta
ship we're
V.
in is through an airlock.
No, no, right, delta
Can't
P.
find one? They show up on your scanner too.
Let's get out of the airlock view, or the scanner view.
Good. Now cycle the airlock. Should be a switch in there. And you're in. From inside, you can safely depressurize with an atmosphere regulator. Should be one nearby. Give it a go.
Ah, there it is.
Hey! All right, look! Either you're a fast learner or I'm an amazing teacher. Now, sometimes you're gonna have to depressurize a ship violently.
Explosively?
Aggressively?
As soon as you hear that warning, grab onto something. Seriously, you don't want to get sucked through a 1-inch hull fracture. Believe me, it's unpleasant. Sometimes different areas of the ship have their own pressurization systems. So remember, always scan ahead. Now, hey Weaver, why don't you take the rest of the day off and out-demo my patented reactor rodeo technique?
Nah, that's all right there, Lou. Thank you very much.
Oh, hot tip. You know all the supplies you can buy at the kiosk? You can actually scrounge a lot of that stuff for free from the ship.
Come on now, Lou. You know that's against the regs.
That's just because they want us to spend every penny at the company's store.
It's also not safe. Nor sanitary.
Come on, what?
You know how long that stuff's been floating around and all that?
I mean, as long as it's properly sealed, it's not an issue.
They're vacuum sealed, Weaver.
Oh, probably well past their expiry date.
Okay, well, it's not like I'm saying to steal power cells and flip them on the black market.
Look, Lou. I need you to try and follow the rules now, you hear?
Yeah, whatever, boss. Catch you later, Rook. Lou out.
Cutter, I encourage you not to huff any old can of oxygen you find.
Too late.
But if you do, please just monitor your vitals after. Oh, and for God's sake, don't eat anything you find.
That one's a
Anyway,
little more reasonable.
have a good shift. Holler if you need me. Weaver out.
Okay, so intelligently, if you have to decompress a vessel, you're going to want to deal with any and all loose debris first. Last thing you need is...
Credits awarded.
Last thing you need is like a 100-pound object becoming a projectile. Even this bag of chips. Is this chips? I don't know. I'm gonna assume it may be jerky actually, because it's red. Red implies meat. Anyways. That's secured, that's secured. That's secured. Nothing else seems to be floating around. Okay. Oh, here we go. This one is vegetables. Suit patches. Okay. And last one. See all that stuff whipping around in there? That would have been nasty to be hit by. Because physics are still a thing here.
Applying credit to account.
Excuse me? Do you mind? I'm using that sunlight. Light's been damaged.
Object processed. Transferring credits.
Oh. Wasn't expecting that to come off so easily. Quite so red. Are you not secured to that? Huh. Interesting.
Processing object. Applying credits to account.
Gonna huff some unregulated oxygen. finish detaching these first.
Salvage deposit registered. Account credited. Salvage registered. Transferring credits. Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Ow. Smacked myself in the face.
Salvage secured. Applying credit. Salvage secured. Credits deposited. Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Oh, the nacelle appears to be attached on the inside here. Little annoying.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
Carter, you're out of tethers. Get yourself over to the kiosk to buy some more.
Really need them.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Most of the stuff's well within the weight that I can handle.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
Oh yeah, I suppose I probably should just grab tethers anyways. Stuff's heavy.
Welcome to Venditron 9000. Thank you for your
Tethers restored.
Actually, while I'm here,
Raw material deposited.
there it is.
Processor deposit accepted. Credits awarded.
Okay.
Salvage secured.
you.
Applying credit. Object accepted for Protogen. Credits deposited. Salvage goal cleared. Rewards allocated.
Oh, it's so heavy. And then there's that.
Salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
Is there another oxygen thing in here?
Low oxygen reserves.
Nope, just fuel.
Valuable object accepted for processing.
Welcome to Venetron 9000.
Have oxygen levels stabilizing.
At least we're breathing again. I think that's air we're breathing. I want the antenna.
Salvage registered. Transferring credits.
Okay, so that one detaches a little separately.
Salvage accepted. Credit applied. Valuable object posted. Credit deposited.
Alright, there's a fuel tank there, so I gotta be careful where I'm pointing this. And clear that. Your interior light.
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
Even though I actually have a few questions worth asking, and that is... what's up with the interior lighting on a ship that doesn't have any maintenance hatches onto the inside?
Salvage secured. Credits deposited. Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
And rotate. Come here, fuel tank. Oh, jeez. Stuck.
Salvage registered. Transferring credits.
Alright, now I have to deal with the interior of this area.
Valuable object.
Fuel tank, please.
Credits awarded.
Alright, one more. Well, two more, actually. Okay, you don't flush, you just unplug. Alright, cargo hatch. That comes off like so. And then that piece goes in there.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
Welcome to Vintatron 9000. Have a nice
Top of box before it yells at me. Go in there.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
Oh, I'm stuck on the
Salvage secured. Account credit applied. Processor deposit accepted. Credits awarded.
Tether levels are low.
yeah, that's fine.
Salvage deposit
Ooh,
secured.
that's got a
Credits awarded.
good gash in it. Looks like something clawed it up.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account. Salvage deposit registered. Account credited. Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Oh, it's unpowered. Oops. I think there's still a way to detach those from each other. Let's just detach this first. Come on.
Deposit accepted for processing.
Okay. I think if I get those both in there, they should detach from each other.
Salvage deposit confirmed.
Nope, those are stuck together.
Credit.
Okay. Never mind. I wonder where these can be put. Nope. Yeah, well. Kill off these emergency lights. That's fabric. That can stay on the wall.
Cutter, your equipment durability is dropping. Keep an eye on it. You don't want to be dangling in the wind with busted tools. When you see it happening, head on back to the hab, use a repair kit to fix them up.
Oh, nice. My maximum weight's been reduced.
Salvage secured.
It's fine, I still got tethers. Please don't collide into each other.
Warning. Oxygen reserves are dropping.
Cutter, looks like you used your last tether. Head on over to the kiosk to pick up some more.
All salvageable is complete. All rewards allocated. Valuable object accepted for processing.
Okay. And
New certification level has been achieved. License level increased.
oh goody, level 7. Stretch.
Good morning, Shipbreaker. Your allocated shift time will be commencing shortly.
Yay.
All right, folks. Got a priority message coming in from corporate. Everyone
stuff.
put down what you're doing and have a listen.
Maybe they're gonna give us some holiday time. That'd be awesome.
That would be a first.
Probably just another Polson kid getting a cushy exec job.
Hush up now, y'all.
This is an important message to all Lynx Salvage Division employees. It's come to our attention, thanks to a very loyal member of our family, that there has been talk about forming a Shipbreakers union. A union is a dangerous thing, where extensive fees are extracted for so-called representation of your workers' rights. At Lynx, our top priority is already your well-being. This is why union activity is strictly prohibited by your contract, for your own protection. To safeguard you and your work, we are immediately dispatching an administrator to every salvage sector. This administrator will oversee operations and ensure proper employee conduct. They are authorized to correct worker behavior by any means, and they'll remain in place until we can guarantee company-wide integrity.
Oh
Until
boy.
then, remember, the company is your family. The union is your enemy.
How topical.
Thank you.
No holiday. Told ya.
A union? I haven't heard anything about that. Have you?
Of course not.
Probably happening around the Martian districts. They always been quarrelsome.
You heard anything like that, Lou?
No. Hey, Weaver, do you know when our administrator's showing up?
Week, maybe? Coming all the way from HQ with Jupiter Gate. When they
Oh,
get
fun
here,
stuff.
we'll need to be on our best behavior.
I refuse.
great.
Nothing to fret about, all right? But they are going to be checking everything. Salvage logs, transmission records, operational efficiency.
Oh, great.
You'll be fine, Kai. It's not a performance review.
Lou's right. Now, let's just try and keep our heads down and
Feel like a
weather
performance
this
review would
storm
be
together.
better.
See y'all in the yard. Weaver out.
I feel like a performance review would be better.
Hey, don't worry. This is a closed channel. There won't be a log. Well, looks like things might get a bit difficult around here. They're gonna try to make our lives hell. Don't worry. Just having access to the Union News Group doesn't make you a full-fledged member. Besides, no one from corporate has access. But I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little nervous. If anything happens, I'll make sure nothing comes down on you. Lou out.
Oh boy. Ooh. Javelin class tankers. But we'll have to get into these exciting things later. For I am all out of time here. And like always, I do thank you all for coming, and I hope you have a good day or good night wherever you may be. If you want to see the next time I'm going live, feel free to hit the subscribe button. And if you like my content, hit the like button. If you dislike my content, hit the dislike button. Both of those help me out a lot. And until next time, ta-ta for now, and y'all have a good one. Bye-bye.